When I say downloaded, downloaded with the information, downloaded with the motivation and inspiration, downloaded with the community, the energy from the community. We are doing the 2025 reset, okay? The 2025 reset. And here's the thing. You're going to want to get with me on this because I've been doing this for 9 years, a solid 9 years now. My birthday is February 2nd. I love doing this 30-day reset right before my birthday because number one, it gets all of the sugar cravings and all of the just pastries and cookies and bread and all of that. It kind of like sloughs it off of our body, our system. You know, there's a lot of like inflammation that happens in the body during the holiday season, but because we're just kind of living in the moment and we are, you know, just vibing with family and friends and doing the holiday cheer and all of that, we can not really notice like, I'm kind of like looking inflamed. I'm kind of feeling inflamed. I'm a little bit, you know, fatigued, but then we just keep doing the coffee and the espresso shots and the energy drinks to like keep going during the holiday season. So this year we are starting off the year really, really solid and just sloughing off all of that from the end of the year last year. Okay, so download the 2025 reset. It's completely for free. Okay, it's just a guide. You can tweak it and make it to where it will fit your specific needs. Now for me, just to go through it really, really quickly, I am a recovering sugaraholic. Okay, and I know that there's just certain things that will completely trigger me back into potentially going down that road again. So I have to really make sure I stay on it. So what I'm doing is no sugar, okay? No honey, no coconut sugar, anything that has sugar in it. So essentially pretty much everything that's processed in the grocery store, like arguably like 95% of everything has sugar in it, even ketchup. Like when you turn ketchup over and you really look at the ingredients, it has sugar. There's a lot of things that have sugar in it that we don't even realize. Okay, so you're gonna want to make sure to really turn every single product around. You'd be in shock. Literally, you'd be in shock with how much sugar is in so many different products. Even like a lot of our salad dressings have sugar in it. Okay, so I'm not saying that you can't ever have those things again. I'm not saying that, I'm not demonizing anything. This is a reset, like, and it's not going to be comfortable. I really want to emphasize that this is not going to be a comfortable experience. We're not doing it for the purpose of doing this forever, but we are doing this to kind of also realize how much we are overindulging in processed food and sugar and things like that. So just getting back in the habit of bringing our food to lunch, right? Bringing our dinner, bringing our own food from home for lunch when you go to work, okay? If you work at night, you know, bringing it from home for your dinner at work, right? Just kind of getting back to the basics. Number one, it's going to help you save money. And then number two, right? Like it's going to also help out with your gut, your digestion. A lot of this processed food is getting backed up in our system and it's just not cute. It's not good. Like we want to get rid of all of that, right? So what happens is people will kind of like do this New Year's resolution, okay? And I really tried. I probably said it unconsciously just because it's just in our culture to say New Year's resolution, but we don't have any New Year's resolutions. These are lifestyle habits and lifestyle structures and systems that we are putting in place for ourselves, okay? So this 2025 reset is kind of like, you know, when you are doing spring cleaning, or you know, when you are, you know, doing a deep clean in your home or your office or your car. That's what we're doing. We're doing a deep cleaning, a deep reset, okay? So if you are interested in that, go ahead and click in the description. It's completely for free. It's a really, really quick guide, and you will see everything that I'm going to be eating. So what I'm going to be eating is fruits, vegetables, legumes, herbs, spices. I will be drinking decaf. So I do have, just to kind of show you here, my proof. I am doing decaf, and the only kind of sugar that I will be having is monk fruit or stevia. That's it. My favorite thing in the world, you guys, is honey. I love honey, especially the real honey. Like if you've ever had real honey, it's not see-through, like it's not that beautiful see-through I don't know what to call that, but like, you know, see-through, it kind of like glows, like the sun hits it and you can see through it. Real, like true, real raw honey is thick and pasty and you can't see through it at all. That's my favorite honey. I'm not even having that. So I want to have things that this month I want to get as far away from spiking my blood sugar as much as I can, just so I can get back into my palate liking the bitterness. Okay, so the bitterness is something that we try to avoid, but I'm leaning into the bitterness. So what I've also been doing is taking some kind of broth and then throwing a bunch of herbs and spices in it. So turmeric, oregano, thyme, what else? Chives, what else? Dill, like just like a whole concoction of like a really, really amazing broth. And that's also going to help out with your gut system. Like if you do that actually every morning, okay, let me tell you what I'm going to be doing every morning on an empty stomach as well. So every morning I start off my morning with a hot cup of water, a really hot cup of water, just to kind of wake my system up. And I sip it really slow. I don't just like guzzle the hot water. I sip it really, really slow. Now, depending on how I feel, I may or may not put lemon or lime in it. It's up to you if you want to do that. But hot water for sure. Then what I'm doing after that is having some kind of tea. So what I've been doing is creating these like apple cider teas. And it'll just kind of like have everything in it. Like, I won't be doing apples anymore, but what I was doing, and you can still do this, it's going to be hot boiling water, putting apple, lemon, oranges, lime, cloves, cinnamon, throwing a little bit of turmeric in there. So just making like a really hearty type of cider and just steep that for an hour. So what you could do is actually steep it all day the day before, and then you can have it for the next day, whatever, however it's going to work for you. Or you can just go to the store and get tea bags, right? Like there's some really good ones from Trader Joe's, from Sprouts, from Whole Foods, and just doing tea bags. But I really like just kind of like that wintry feel, even though it is super sunny. The weather has been so beautiful in January. It's been way better than it was in November. It was kind of gray. Like if you look at my videos from before, there was kind of like this gray, foggy cast. Right now, it has been the most gorgeous weather. And also I'll be able to answer your questions and say hello as soon as I park. But it has been the most gorgeous weather I have probably seen in years in January. It's typically sunny, but something about this particular January, it just feels amazing. So that's been really awesome because I love the sun. But yeah, I just love making like ciders. Okay, so like just really steeping and just really having like drawing out the nutrients and goodness from fruits, you know, different citrus fruits and things like that. So so I'll have hot water, then I'll have some kind of tea, and at the same time I'll be drinking some kind of decaf. Now what I'm probably going to even do, you don't have to do this, but just letting you know what I'm going to be doing, and you may want to hop on the train with me. I'm going to try to not even have decaf for the last 2 weeks of January. So anytime you notice that you start kind of like, oh, I can't do this until I get this, or I'm not going to be able to concentrate until I get my caffeine. I'm not going to be able to concentrate until I get my energy drink. I'm not going to be able to concentrate until I get my chocolate. I'm not going to be able to concentrate until I get my pastry or my bagel, right? Anytime you start doing that, it means your body is hooked, and it's more than likely not in a really good way. If you notice, our body's never like, it's not like we're not going to be able to concentrate until we have our broccoli, right? We're not going to be able to concentrate until we have our kale. We're not going to be able to concentrate until we have our cucumber juice. Like that's a very rare thing to hear from people say, because when you're having, you know, fruits like real, you know, less sugary fruits, or, you know, dark leafy greens, our body loves it, but it's not necessarily craving it. I wouldn't call it craving it. Now, maybe our body knows it might need it, right? But it's typically the processed sugars, the starches, you know, the bad flours, you know, that are made with like just really cheap bad flour, the canola oils, like all the seed oil, things made with seed oil, those things are typically what our body is craving. Okay, so if you find yourself doing that, it's probably an indicator that you do need to go on some kind of purge for 2 to 3 weeks, just to kind of get your body to not be so used to it. So that's what we're doing in 2025. That's why it's a hard reset. Now, are we not going to ever drink coffee again? That's up to your discretion. Are we not going to ever have sugar again? That's up to you. Are we not going to ever have honey again? That's up to you, right? That's not the purpose of this. It's really just to reset us back to zero. And then when we start to incorporate processed food and things like that, we're in control. Let's be honest, most of us are probably not in control. And we're about a week in now. I'm not new to this. I know most of us have probably failed in some way, shape, or form, whether we were like, forget it, I'm going to have this donut. I don't know what Ciana's talking about. I'm about to have this cookie. You know what I need my caffeine. Ciana can have her decaf. I'm going to have my caffeine. But if you notice that you feel like you can't, like you literally can't start your day or move throughout your day without something, like just check in. Like let this be the time that you really do something difficult for yourself, like challenging, because you have the power. Like you can do this. You empower yourself to be up for the challenge, to get in front of this. Don't let anything be your God, right? Is sugar your God? Right? You've been trying to lose that last layer. You've been trying to get rid of that stubborn belly fat. You've been trying to get rid of the back fat, the back rolls, the arm fat, right? You've been trying to get rid of a thicker, you know, you're kind of noticing that you're getting a double chin, or maybe you already have a double chin. I'm not demonizing a double chin, but maybe for you, you're like, you know what? I kind of want to like get down my inflammation, right? In my body. I want to lose some pounds. I want to lose some weight. Be up for the challenge. You can do this. You're worth it. I know you love yourself enough to do this. So if you haven't done what you need to do in this reset challenge, start today. It's okay. You don't need to start on Monday. You don't need to just, oh, you know, I already messed up over the weekend so bad. I'm just going to start next week and do it the last 2 weeks. How I was able to lose 30 pounds and never gained it back, it was literally, I only focused on the very next decision. I didn't push it out into the future. Or let me be like this. I stopped pushing things out into the future more. So I'm definitely not perfect, right? But every month that goes by of my life, I get better and better at not like being like, oh, forget it, just next month. Forget it, next week. Forget it, I'll start next Wednesday. Forget it, I'll start on Monday. I have been getting, like my muscle for that has been getting better and better. So that's what matters. If you are new to this challenge, perfect. If you're not new to the challenge and you were gearing for this from December going into January, and you already kind of like have had a lot of sugar, you still had a lot of caffeine, make the very next decision that you do a little less at least. Okay, so if you've already had a very heavy processed breakfast, because I know I'm in California, so I know a lot of you are already at lunchtime, have a healthier lunch, right? Have a raw salad with a nice chicken sandwich or something, right? Like I'm staying away from bread, but if you're like, you know what, Ciana, I need to ease into this, that's fine. You know, maybe choose a better bread, right? Maybe choose a sandwich that you're gonna have wheat bread, or like a very dark, like the darker breads, like a pumpernickel bread is a better bread than having like white bread. Okay, so just little changes, little tweaks here and there. And then for dinner, maybe try to, you know, have something that's all raw, or just chicken and vegetables, or, you know, dark brown rice, right, with your salmon and your Brussels sprouts, right? Like just make it very clean. Just do what you can. If you are somebody that doesn't cook often, then start Googling now what you're gonna have for dinner. Don't just like wait for dinner to come around and then be like, forget it, I'm gonna go into my cravings, right? Start thinking about dinner now and say, okay, I'm gonna have this ready to go and ordered by the time I get off work. I already know what I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have a really healthy, tasty baked chicken with you know, some sweet potato and, you know, some zucchini on the side, right? That actually sounds really good. I don't eat meat. I am aware that I'm not going to really ever encourage anyone to go meatless unless you see my lifestyle, unless you see something that you admire in my lifestyle and you're like, you know what, I do want to try that because it looks like it's working for Ciana. But I do know that we all have biological. So for me, meat does not sit well in my body. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I have to have it very fried, very overcooked, basically burnt. And if I have to have something burnt in order to stomach it, that means it's really not for me. Okay. So I'm going to be heading into the last year of my 30s. So my birthday is February 2nd, the last year of my 30s. And people are constantly telling me that I look younger than that. I have like a youthful type of vibe to myself. So I really do believe personally that it does have a lot to do with the fact that I have not had any meat for, gosh, how long has it been now? I mean, I think it's been 8 years. I think I'm coming up on 8 years of no meat, like no steak, no chicken, no duck, right? No turkey, no ham, no, none of that. And then even when I did, I even stepped it up and I don't have any kind of processed vegan meat. I was big on the Beyond Meat. I was like, this is a godsend. Oh my gosh, our prayers have been answered. And I'm not going to demonize Beyond Meat. Like, I know that there's levels, but at the end of the day, it's really processed. It's fake. Like, you can just basically make your own burger bean burgers if you want, or your own falafel burgers, or a quinoa burger. Like, you can make your own versions of these things at home. Yeah, it takes more time, but trust me, with the love and care that you're going to put into your own food, and not having to deal with, like, I did notice I was having digestion issues when I started eating a lot of Beyond Meat, because that was my go-to. I was like, perfect. I can have every single thing that is on the menu, like, you know, steaks, right? Vegan steaks, vegan burgers, vegan hot dogs, vegan tacos, vegan, every single thing that you would have that would have meat, I would slaughter off the Beyond Meat, and I started to feel crazy. I was like, I was fine for about the first 3 months. I was fine, right? Because my body, I think, was just kind of like, it was like, okay, it was just able to process it. But then once I was eating it more, I was like, something is off. I just feel like I don't ever feel like, I just feel like I'm never, I mean, it's like I'm not going to go into detail, but it just didn't feel right. I'll just put it like that. Okay. There was digestion concerns there. So I stopped doing, I completely don't do any Beyond Meat at all. I don't have Beyond Bacon. I don't have Beyond sausages. I don't have none of that. And I used to love actually the taste of these, I think they were called spicy apple sausage Beyond Meat. Fire. Oh my gosh. Now, what I won't mind doing is like once or a year, if I'm at dinner, like for somebody's birthday or an event, and they have a really amazing dish and they're known for like this particular Beyond Meat. Like, I did go to Delilah. If you're ever in LA, make a reservation at Delilah's. It's in West Hollywood. They have a fire vegan burger. Like, it is bomb. I think Drake is part owner in it, in Delilah's. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the rapper Drake. So they have a fire vegan burger. Okay. That burger I would still probably eat. I'd probably have it once this year. So, you know, things like that, like all these different vegan options, I treat it like it's a treat. Like, I'm not going to be living off this. This is not a lifestyle, but like, oh, this is like what this restaurant is known for. Okay, cool. Right. So anyways, that's like a side note when it comes to veganism. So if you are wanting to do this reset with me, I highly encourage you to do it. I really feel like doing this reset every year has set me up for success, and is why I have a lot of energy. Like, really, at the end of the day, forget looks. It really has to do with youthfulness, has number one to do with energy. Okay. And if your body isn't taking a ton of energy to process food all the time, it has more energy to get rid of bad cells in the body, right? Do cell turnover, cell rejuvenation. And when you compare it, when you do the meatless lifestyle, because meat, not demonizing meat. It just takes longer. That's a scientific fact. It takes longer to break the meat down in your body. Okay. So maybe don't quit out meat, but maybe cut down on the meat, and you'll see a big difference in just how you feel. If you're feeling like you have brain fog, you're feeling lethargic, you're feeling heavy, you're feeling sluggish, you're feeling like a couch potato, you might want to consider scaling back on the meat, and just for purposes of digestion, right? Just for purposes of, you know, kind of like that gut brain connection, and just kind of like letting that get back in order with each other. Okay. Yes. Going into it, I just was able to glance down. Yes. Going into autophagy. So I personally am doing a 16-hour fasted, 8-hour eating window. Sometimes I do shrink that down, depending on how I feel, but that's always pretty much 99% of the time that I'm not eating outside of that. I have a pretty closed window well, to me, it's not even closed. I feel like having an 8-hour eating window is a pretty big window. What you will notice is that if you do an 8-hour window, you'll notice how much you snack, right? So typically that's what kind of hits us out of the 8-hour window, is like, oh, we'll have like our breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then we'll kind of snack after that. So when you have a window that's an 8-hour window, you pretty much eliminate a bunch of snacking. All right. So I haven't been able, Drake is part owner. I won't be going. That's funny. Facts, Hallie, that meat is not healthy. Yeah. Cell rejuvenation is key. Shout out to Ciana. I appreciate you, Patrick. And shout out to the moderators are always in here holding it down. I appreciate you all more than you know. Hi, Ciana. I am from Brazil. Shout out to Brazil. Brain and gut connection is the vagus nerve. Boom. See, Patrick has all the facts. Okay. So, that's what we want to reset. Oh, sorry guys. I got to wrap my hands. You know, it's the reset. It's the reset, or, you know, he has all the information, but we're doing the reset this, January. So, you know, it's not fun. It's not, it's going to make you feel lethargic. It's going to make you feel just kind of down. It's going to make you feel a little agitated. It's going to make you feel annoyed. It's not fun to do the reset. So I do want to be very, very clear with that. Let me just get a sip of my decaf. Remember, I'm doing no caffeine, which I'm feeling it. You know, I'm not dying, but like I am feeling it. I'm like, ooh, it would be nice to just have like my mushroom coffee right now, but I'll live, right? Okay. Shout out to Crazy Nature Princess. Welcome. Good morning. Your channel was recommended to me. I've subscribed. Love your content. I appreciate you. Thanks for tapping in with the community, the Embody Pursuit community. Over here, we're always in pursuit of embodying that next level. We're never going to be stopping. The only time we're stopping is when we're in heaven and we're like, oh, wait, I didn't wake up in my bed. I woke up in heaven. Oh, I guess I'm done. That's when I guess I'm done on earth. Okay. That's when we're stopping. Okay. So get ready, because that's the energy that we're on over here. And I do want to let you guys know. So just to kind of give you something personal going on in my life right now. I've mentioned before that I go and see my older cousin. He's 90 years old. I think he's 90, or he's 89 and he'll be 90, or he's already 90. I got to ask him again if he ends up talking again, unfortunately. But I visited him a couple weeks ago. We had a great time, great talks. And so my grandmother, that's her first cousin. So I'm his third cousin removed. But yeah, they were best friends growing up. So we're you know, really close with him. So I go visit him, you know, once or twice a month. And super sharp-minded, right? Very, very sharp-minded. And unfortunately, we got a phone call that he is in the hospital. So my mom and I and other family rushed to go see him. And the weirdest thing, I mean, yeah, you know, he's 90. I'm just gonna say he's 90. He's 90, and yeah, he's 90, right? But like, he's super sharp. He can literally type, go on the internet, Google, like he'll be like, Ciana, no, let me ask Siri real quick. Like, he's completely all there. Now his body, he's basically 50% metal. He has a metal hip, a metal back, like everything's metal, right? So that's what's holding him together. but his spirit, his brain is 100%. Outside of like the normal kind of like senileness a little bit, but he's there, all there. Unfortunately, he's been falling. He fell really, really hard. He was stuck on the ground. His caregiver, ended up coming. They had to rush him to the hospital, and now he's not speaking, and he's just like completely sedated and out of it. And I guess he has a UTI. I didn't know this. By the way, if anyone ever has an older parent or loved one that ends up getting a UTI, and I don't know what the age bracket is for this specifically, so if anyone knows, let me know. But I'm gonna guess and say that it's like 65 or maybe 70 and up. When you get UTIs, maybe it's even older, I don't know, but it's like for sure like 65 and up. When you get UTIs, depending on how bad it can get, they can completely shut down. Like it shuts down their ability to talk, their ability to see. Like he's just like this. Like when I saw him, I was like, getting teary-eyed because I was like, oh my gosh, like I just was with him and he's sharp. He's all there, right? Like he doesn't have, glory be to God, no cancer. He doesn't have, he has like blood pressure issues, but there's like no major concern, right? And I think I've even told you guys I was on my way to go see him one time on one of the lives, right? Like completely fine. And I'm so mad at myself too, guys, because something told me was like, do like a little miniature interview with him. Like just prop up the camera real quick and just ask him like 2 questions about life. Something like I had a really big yearning to do that. And I was going to share it with you guys because, we don't get to like, who knows 90-year-olds? Like that's not like that age bracket. Like we don't know that many people that are 90. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy his company. I'll do it next time. And now he can't talk. So you gotta, like, if something is nudging at you, like starting in the YouTube channel, starting your business, like you just don't know what's going to happen. And now I'm like, dang it. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to pray for the best. I'm hoping for the best. Right. But he is completely like, he can't talk. So when we went to go see him, he was just like this, like literally like his eyes were rolled in the back of his head. He can't talk. And he saw me and he completely rose up and was just like kind of moving his mouth. And he had this big smile on his face and like his eyeballs were like rolled in the back of his head. And he kind of was able to like move his eyeballs like forward. And it was just really, really like amazing. That you never know the impact that you have on people. Cause I'm his 3rd cousin removed, right? Like his younger cousin. But in that moment, I was like, wow, I think that he really loves me. Like, cause he was like all day. The other family member that's there, I think she's in maybe her late 40s or 50s. She's a cousin that I've never met before, but she's a cousin of mine from the South, and she flew out and she's his power of attorney. And she was like, he has not been, what is it? He hasn't been responding all day. And so when I saw him, I was like, oh my gosh, like that is like so cool. Like I can see the genuine like feeling of like joy that he like was like, Ciana's here, right? So even though he can't respond, I know that he knows that I'm there. So anyways, the reason why I'm bringing that up is to just say, like, it had me thinking. I was just like, man, I'm always talking about like going for it and do it now. But like more than ever, I got a bigger reminder, like do it now. Thank you, Patrick. Do it now. Like you just don't know what's going to happen. Not to say that that's going to happen to any of us, again, he's 90, right? So that's part of the journey of that time of life. Like, so I'm not sad per se, but like, it's just kind of like, okay, here we go. Like, it's getting to be like that time is actually really very close around the corner. And, it's just a reminder to go for it. Like all the overthinking, all of the just getting in your own way, man. Like just like the limitations, like even with me, overthinking like, oh, I don't want to bother him. And he was fine. What I could have did was just prop up the camera and had the normal conversation because we always end up having life conversations anyway. So I was overthinking it like, no, let me not interview him. I'll do it next time. When I could have just propped up the camera and had our normal conversation about life, and then that would have been it, right? But now I could have missed that opportunity. So, my feelings are a little hurt on that, and I did that, like that was my fault on that, overthinking. But like, I really hope that is going to wake someone up today on, like, just do it. Like, just rip the Band-Aid off, like, just press on. And I've been loving, by the way, people have been telling me in my comments that they have started their YouTube channels and they are getting subscribers, and they're getting better at speaking, and they're making sales, and they're, just so motivated to go live. And it's scary. And if you're not a little bit scared, you guys, you're not living. Like, think about it. When we were little, we were scared to start walking it, but we kept going, right? We were scared to get on a bike, but we kept doing it. We were scared to walk into our first day at school at kindergarten, right? Like, a little nervous, like, what's going to happen? Like, there's all these new kids, like the teacher, like, and then as an adult, we like refrain from being scared, right? Like, but that's the ticket. Like, that's the VIP pass. Like, that's the back door to growth, to evolving. Yes, we are almost at, we're at 11.5 right now, 11.5K. We're on the way to 12K. Super exciting. Just do it. Yep. Time doesn't wait for anyone. It doesn't. So that's why my motto for 2025, I just kind of naturally started saying it in December, is do it now, do it now, do it now. Like, when are we going to do it? Yeah, I just got to do it. But when are we going to do it? Now. Like, unless you have to change a diaper, unless you have to literally clock in and do your duties at work, unless you have an emergency, all the other, you need to just do it now. Like, literally, even I always say, get off this live and click on your own live. Like, click your own, push on your own video, right? Start doing what you need to do to start your own business, right? Like, whatever you need to do, whatever this is on my list, this is on my, my to-do list, this is what I got to get done. But then you sit and you relax and you're watching me talk. I don't even want y'all to do that. Unless you're doing something as we're at, like, for yourself. Like, and I'm not even kidding. Like, this channel is for me to help you build in your light, like, right? Like, grow your gifts, right? Help you realize your gifts, right? Help ignite your gifts. This is not to exalt Ciana. This is not to support Ciana. I do truly appreciate, good. I do really appreciate, like, I have been getting comments like, Ciana, I just support your channel. You could talk about a leaf. You could talk about a worm on the ground, and I'm going to still watch. And I like, that is very touching. And I do really, really have a huge, like, humble gratitude feeling with it. But this is for y'all. Like, this is not a, thank you so much for supporting me, guys. We're at 12K. Thanks for supporting me. No, this is a community for you. Like, this is a stepping stone for you. This is let me tap in and get my energy for you to go and blast off to the universe, right? Like, this isn't just to exalt Ciana, or who's this, oh, I think she's kind of cool, this girl that lives in LA. No. Or woman, I should say woman, right? So, but I do appreciate it. Seth Godin explained it well. Just ship it. Yeah, just ship it. Like, do it. But, like, the reason why I'm emphasizing the word now, like, now, right? Like, I missed out, you guys. I missed out on an opportunity to get potent. I mean, the gems that he drops, you guys, and he's 90 years deep, right? So he's still sharp. And it's like, to have access to a sharp 90-year-old is gold. And we have amazing conversations, and I did not do it now. I did not turn the camera on now. Hello, Papa Daddy. Welcome. I should have turned the camera on, you guys. It was a missed opportunity. And I really, again, God's grace God is always showing his glory in ways that human belief systems cannot fathom. But the state that he's in, the state that he's in, it's not looking good. It's just not, in order from our human perspective. So again, he could come back. UTIs are really, really, really bad on senior citizens at that age. So, we're hoping for the best. We're hoping that he snaps out of it, but we'll see. You guys, if he snaps out of it, I will be right in that hospital room, like asking him one question, like, because I showed him my YouTube channel. I was like, yeah, like I have this community and we're all helping each other self-develop and grow in wellness and lifestyle. And he loves it, right? So he's aware of this YouTube channel. So I will be like, give us just, what's your one piece of advice for life? Like, like what would you change in your younger years? Like just something, just say something. It doesn't even matter what's on your heart, right? I will be flying at that opportunity. But I already had the opportunity 3 weeks ago when God was like, you should film him. And I didn't do it. I overthought it. I should have did it now, which was that, I should have did it at that moment. Okay. So nonetheless, guys, it's do it now. And part of the reset is it's going to help ignite that for you. And it does for me. I hope it will for you, right? When you're going to do the reset, and if anyone is new coming in, you're going to want to click down in the description and get the reset. It's completely for free, okay? And it's all the stuff that I'm going to be eating and all the habits that I'm going to be doing for this reset. And there's a lot actually going on. There's kind of this energy right now of, I know a lot of people start doing fasts, for spiritual purposes. That's automatic. When you are cutting back on sugar, cutting back on processed food, getting better sleep, and just cutting yourself away from gossip, cutting yourself away from things that aren't serving you, you are going to have more space and room to be able to get downloads from the Most High to get instruction for your life. So this is a beautiful way to do that as well. If you want to incorporate, that's automatic with me. If you have been with me for a while, spiritual life is in conjunction with my physical life. Like it's just one and the same, right? So this January, I know that I'm going to be I've already gotten a lot of like perspective shifts and downloads and expansions, and I'll be excited to share some of those things when I kind of like just get more clear on some of the revelations that I've been getting. But it's going to happen for you too. Like that's what the purpose of this is. I love that. Knowledge from the elders is always helpful. Yes, it truly, truly is. It really is. Anon, she saw this baddie live and had to stop by. Stay blessed. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's see. Scott Davidson, Most High shout out. Yep. Thank you for the super chat. I know what you meant. I was like, that's an interesting, what is it? Not a juxtaposition. Would that be considered a juxtaposition? Full transparency, I just learned what that meant like 2 years ago, and now I try to like figure out where it fits. But like I feel like I don't nail it every time. So yeah, I'm trying to expand my vocabulary. So that's what's going on. I did, just to let you guys know, I did just post a video about growing your YouTube. So I know a lot of you guys have found me via the vehicle of talking about growing your YouTube. So I did just post what I did exactly. Like I just did the same thing over and over and over, what I discussed in that video. So it's my most recent posted video. And what I'm going to do this year, guys, I don't know. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to see what the vibe is. But I'm going to start doing like how to grow your YouTube content, but then overlaying it with vlogs. So yeah, you'll see what I mean when you click that last one. I did like a tour around Santa Monica, but then I was talking about how you can hit your 4,000 watch hours and how you can hit your 4,000 watch hours and your 1,000 subscribers. So I did that, and I think it's doing pretty decent. Some people did comment, and they do like seeing like the scenery instead of just like a talking head all the time, right? I'm always going to be a talking head, more than likely in this car. So that's not going anywhere, guys. But just to kind of, have some fresh energy on the page and kind of just like do something different. I did post this. And that's what, you know, I did start to post these kinds of videos, and I'll be talking, so I'll be teaching something instead of like saying, oh, you know, oh, sorry, that's my I'm over here showing you guys my card. Thank God it didn't show the whole thing, the whole there's always at least one L that I'm taking on a live every so often. But yeah, let me turn this down. That's what I was trying to do. So I'm going to be doing like teaching something, but then like with my voice as an overlay, but then doing vlogs in like different places in LA, right? So if you guys are interested in that, if you have never been to LA before, and you want to know about a certain area, let me know in the comments, or let me know in the community tab, or go to this video and say, hey, this was cool. Can you actually do a vlog style teaching in like downtown LA? Or, you know, I want to see this street. Like, I'm not going to go anywhere where it's not safe, right? But, you know, so just kind of throwing that out there if anyone is interested. Now, I do have, another channel that I started where it's just going to be me vlog. So if you're just interested, like if you notice, there's a lot of things that I don't answer when you guys ask me personal questions, but I will answer those personal questions. Not all of them, some of them, the ones I feel comfortable with, on my other channel. So it's just called Ciana. It's called Life with Ciana Singh, and it's just me. I'm not teaching. So full transparency, you know, if you're interested in more stuff about me, if you're like, oh, like, I want to get to, like, you view me like I'm your teacher, and you're like, I want to get to know more about my teacher or my coach. That's what, let's see. That's what that page is about. So just kind of shouting that out there, and you'll see similar blogs, but then I will more so discuss what you're actually looking at, right? So just to kind of show you that, let's see, life. Let me show you. So it's Life with Ciana Singh. And also, too, if you're just now tapping in, what we've been talking about is the hardcore reset. So go ahead and make sure to subscribe while you're at it, and also download the hardcore reset down in the description box. See, it's funny because this page is trending right now, so my own channel is popping up right now. Let's see. Life with... Okay. So this is just like for fun. Like, this is just a fun channel. So I started doing it, right? So then when you click over here, I am talking about Santa Monica, right? I am talking about the cool restaurants. I am talking about the cool little bars and like, you know, the beach and what people do in this area of town. And, you know, if you want to discover something new. So this is mainly going to be about me, just Ciana. So if anyone's interested, tap in with that channel just to let you know. But this is my teaching channel. All right. Let's see. Yes, loved the last vlog style teaching. Okay, cool. So I'll do more of that then. I'll do more of that. It's just like something different. You know, people have told me that they just will kind of turn on the like they'll just turn my video on, and sometimes they're not even looking at me. So they're like, it doesn't even matter if you're a talking head or not. But then some people are like, yeah, I really do want to look at something different, you know? So, and I get that. It's like, it does feel, it's refreshing, right? Put a link in your description. So I do have, if you go to my community tab right now, it's there. So if you go to my community tab right now, the channel is posted. Okay. So you'll be able to find it just right in the community tab, and you can click that and you can subscribe and, you know, tap in. And I'm open for suggestions over there too. So yeah, just to kind of, to shout out that channel. All right. Hello, Caesar. Welcome. Greetings and excellent start to the week. Awesome. A cool morning. Let's see. Put a link in your, hey, nice lady. God of Egypt. Welcome. You've been tapped in with the community for a while, so I appreciate you as well. Hustle Bunny, you know, you're always tapping in as well. I appreciate all of you guys that always tap in. And this is like our little, you know, meeting corner of the internet, right? Meet, chop it up, hang out, talk about what we're doing, talk about our goals, talk about what we're, you know, where we're elevating or evolving in what area of our life. And we go on about our day, right? I do know that some people did ask if I could start to maybe do something where I go live with all of you, like literally we do like a video call. I'm open to that, but like I said yesterday, I've had some really scary experiences with doing that on TikTok. And so I don't know, does anyone know what people do? Like when people have the live call-in shows, maybe there's someone back of office that's kind of like screening the person before they actually go on live. You know, and I'm like a solo creator, so I don't know how I would do it, or maybe I would risk it. I don't know. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I'm just kind of like, last time I did it on TikTok, a guy was showing his private part. Like I just opened up, like, okay, cool. Opened it up, boom. Exposure. Okay. I saw an X file right there. Like I saw that right on the screen. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get banned from TikTok thinking that TikTok is thinking that I'm over here doing soft corn with a P, corn with the P, on a live on TikTok. So ever since then, I was like, I don't think I'll ever do it. So, you know, we'll see. But as for now, until I can figure out how to screen people, I don't know if I'll ever be doing that. Hallie, remember how we were talking about on that live one day? How like society just is so overly sexualized. Like, look, I'm not like a prude, right? But like the sexual component to the human experience exists for a reason, right? But like it's disgusting and so perverted now. Like it's way too far now. Like it's way over there now, right? Like I'm trying to talk about health and fitness and wellness and us all leveling up, and me being nice and them being like, oh, can I just like ask you a question live? And I'm like, why not? Whatever, right? And I see other people doing it, and the first time I do it, boing, you know, bada bing, bada boom, right there on the camera. I would have cried. Yeah, I was disgusted. I was humiliated. I was like, what? There's a time and place, and social media is never yeah, alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're that perverted to go on a public live where I think there was like, at the time too, this was like 4 or 5 years ago, where I would get like I would get like 1,000 people in my lives sometimes. Now, I don't get that I don't go live anymore like that, so it really scaled down, but I would get like 1,000 people that would pop into my lives. So there's 1,000 people on here all over the internet, all over the globe, and that's what you're going to do? Like, you're that perverted. Like, you need to be admitted into an institution, literally. Maybe down the line, a members only. Yeah, like, yeah, a members only down the line. I'd be down to like try it, but you know, unfortunately, it's like you can become a member, but still be like, some people could still be not having the best intentions, which is just so sad, right? But you know, again, like I was saying earlier, if you're not a little scared in life, you're not living. So I'm down to do it again, but we'll see. Now's not the time, but I feel like there will be a time. So yes, that's what we've talked about before. Yeah. Especially since we got the lovely influx of paid memberships last. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's true too. So I can, you know, who knows? Maybe I'll do it this month. Like just with members only, and just say, hey, just want to pop in and say hi. I don't know what we'll talk about. You know, I may get shy. Just full transparent is like loud and confident as I may seem on these lives. You know, I don't do like live shows with people. So, you know, you may see me kind of like act a little shy. I don't know what we'll talk about, but maybe just to say hi or something, you know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll do it for fun. So, oh, too, by the way, this is not for everybody, so you can kind of zone out on this part. There has been a couple people that always ask me like the things that I'm wearing, like my fitness tops or my, you know, my leggings and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing a better job of tagging all that stuff. So if you're ever wondering like my earrings, what I'm wearing, it will be tagged in that little, like this little shopping. Like right now, like I have my, my tie-dye leggings that I wear. So if anyone's wondering like what I wear, that's just for a small section of people that have been asking me, but you will see that on my other pages, you know, because I don't want to start to overcrowd this channel with like stuff about clothes and vlogs and stuff about me when it's like a teaching channel. So let's see. Well, I'll do a face. Oh, you'll do a face reveal? Okay, maybe we'll do it. We'll do a hello. We'll do a live call with Patrick at some point. I talk really fast. Yeah, it's just part of, if you want to tap in with me, if my voice is overwhelming and I'm kind of just like a lot, if you see me go live at night, I'm usually more calm and like winded down, but this is just my personality. It is what it is. I don't care to change it. It's part of like my DNA. So there you go. Tap in with me later on in the evening and you'll get a slower version of me. Let's see. Ciana, all women talk fast. True. I do know, I am aware, because there's a family member, I'm not going to say who it is, but there is a family member that gets really, like, it sticks out to them a lot. Like, whoa, like, you just talk really fast. And it's just, you know, so I'm aware that some people can't, like, they don't enjoy the resonance and, like, the cadence, like, the speed of how I talk. But then just, like, tap in with me when I'm tired then. Because I can't change that. Like, I can't, and I don't want to. Period. So, that's just the truth. I just want to be me. Because I did notice, like, there were a couple people that said that, and so I was trying to, like, slow down, and I noticed that it was messing with my message. Like, me speaking from the heart and letting it flow, it was like slowing me. Like, I was thinking, like, okay, let me slow down a little bit, but then I'm trying to get out the message, and it was doing too much. So this is the thing in life. There's certain people that are assigned to your voice. There's certain people that are assigned to your personality. There's certain people that are assigned to the way that you look. There's certain people that are assigned to you because of your cultural background. Like, so I'm not for the planet, right? I'm not for all 8 billion people, and neither are you. You have your specific group of people, whether it's a large number or a small number, it doesn't matter, because we worry about depth. So I'd rather connect with people that I'm supposed to connect with in a depth type of way than trying to mold myself in a way that's going to be like more of a politician for the masses, right? Like that's not my job. There is people that have that calling on their life. That's not my calling. So just a full disclaimer on my cadence and my Cali girl talk and me saying like every 5 seconds. It is what it is. I can't dumb down the message from God. Like when God puts something on my heart, I got to let it flow. And if I have to say like a million times while I'm doing that, it is what it is. My most viral video right now that's almost at 100K is me talking. Actually, I do talk a little faster when I am live because I know that there's people on here. So I was talking a little slower on that one, but I'm still was saying like every 5 seconds, and that's almost at 100K. And people are like literally almost in tears, some people, of what I was saying in that video. So there you go. You listen to audiobooks at one point. Yeah, sometimes you got to speed it up, right? It's true. It's true. I'm the same way. I don't know if it's from being from California, like, but then you know what's interesting is that people from New York think that okay. Some people from New York say that some people from California are slow. And I feel like we're kind of fast, but like, I guess New York is on another level with the way that they are. So it's just, perception is very interesting how depending on your upbringing and depending on how you've been raised, like the way that you view life, it can be so different from other people. Am I good at boxing? I'm decent. I like you because of your authenticity. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm a fast talker and read fast too. Okay, yep. So then you already know we're on the same energy. Yes, I do that too. Keeps our mind alert. Yep. NY words are crazy slang. You oh yeah, you heard. I love the New York accent. I love it. I did, and I know everyone makes fun of me because my hand wrapping is just trash. It just is. It's just, but you know, okay guys, I gotta go. I appreciate all of you. Tap in with the channel, subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. Tap in with my last most posted video, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.